Welcome back, y'all. I hope everybody's doing good. I had to get me some water, and I'm lighting some Palo Santo right now, too. All right. I had a share out, so I went ahead and I shared out. Some of you guys have been saying that you haven't been getting your notifications. If you haven't been getting your notifications, go ahead and do this for me right now. Go ahead and unsubscribe and subscribe again. Make sure that you hit all notifications. When you hit all notifications, you will get notified when I'm live streaming. A lot of my content right now is live stream, okay? For some reason, I'm just feeling too drained to do pre-recordings. So a lot of my content, like I said, is live stream. So if you can't catch me, when you catch me, you can always catch the replay. That's perfectly fine. But a lot of you guys love to interact while you guys are watching, and that's perfectly fine. Everybody has like their own preference, right, when it comes to readings. But for those of you that are more interactive, you love to kind of go ahead and comment down on the chat versus comment in the comment section, then you can go ahead and do that. Make sure that you hit all notifications, okay? Because for some reason, when you hit personalized readings or videos, it doesn't always give you the notification. And I heard a lot of people stressing out about that. So that's how that works, all right? Let's see what's going on here. I'm going to go ahead and use the new deck that I just made. And we're going to check out your energy first. And then we'll kind of like build a story for the next 48 hours from whenever you're tapping in. Whether you're watching the live stream or the replay, you are meant to be here. There is a message here for you. Anchor yourself in, call in your spiritual team, those that walk with you in life, your protectors, your guides, those that want the best for you. We want to make sure that we have clear messages, concise messages. We were shooting for synchronicities and confirmations in the next 48 hours. These types of readings for me and my channel really kind of identify the people that you are dealing with in your spiritual journey and your physical reality, what roles they have, how they're impacting your energy, how your energy is impacted by interacting with these people or environments. And for those of you that, you're really key on spirituality, healing modalities, things of that nature, spiritual practices, period. You're welcome here. Okay. So that being said, let's see. All right. So we're talking first and foremost about the mental body. Okay. So we have different bodies, right? So we have the physical body, of course, the body that we walk in and, we bathe with and we feed and we spend the rest of our lives with, right? Until we pass away, right? So we have that physical body. And then we have the mental body as well as the emotional body and the etheric body when we're talking about like Reiki and energy healing and things of that nature, right? So your mental body, your thoughts, your energetic thought field, your energetic, your conscious bubble, okay, is important. Your energy body is important in the next 48 hours. And when I get that type of message, that lets me know that, you can be in deep thought, you could be trying to plan things, you could be overthinking, okay? So take care of this energetic body, take care of the thoughts that come in, take care of the thoughts that you continue to fertilize, right? So continue to revisit, whether they be positive or negative, okay? Some of you guys may benefit from some sort of hypnosis to reprogram your mind. Okay, hypnosis is really good for, stopping bad habits and things of that nature with the power of suggestion under hypnosis. Meridian tapping, you guys have ever heard like the tapping while you're talking about something and you're tapping so that way you can rewire your nervous system, okay? So that's called meridian tapping or there's another word for it. I can't really think of it right now, but meridian tapping is how I know it. Visualizing meditations, so guided meditations, visualizations, visualizing positive things, a positive outcome versus a negative outcome, right? Because this is how you take care of your mental body, especially when you feel very drained. Some of you guys may also benefit from like a past life regression. Okay. Let's see what else. I also see like some sort of affirmation healing. So I'm not sure if you guys are like scrolling on social media and you're reading affirmations, or you have an affirmations app, or maybe you have an affirmations journal, or maybe you have a book that has affirmations on it, or maybe you have a book with one of these things on it, maybe like a chakra book or something like that. Okay. Some of these things could be significant in the next 48 hours, but this will actually assist your mental body, your energy body, and your thoughts. Your thought field. There we go. All right. We have the chaos magnet. I'm not liking that. Hold on, wait a minute. Protect your energy body in the next 48 hours because there's some sort of drama that is about to follow. Okay. I'm seeing something is creating turbulence. Okay. So your mental body is like a chaos magnet for some reason in the next 48 hours. And I really am trying to figure out like why. And so I'm guessing they gave you like little like recipe, a spiritual recipe or a spiritual prescription for whatever you guys want to, call it, to kind of deal with this energy body. Okay. It's like everywhere you go. Not you. It's not you. You think it's you. Okay. So yeah, I'm getting into your head. So like you think it's you, but it's not you. Okay. What is this about? Let me get some more details. We have the Eight of Wands here. So maybe someone you're talking to, maybe something's happening so fast that like you start thinking negative, or you start freaking out, or you're panicking. Yeah. Take your time with your thoughts. Don't immediately jump to like negative thoughts. Okay. So why is their mental body a magnet for chaos in the next 48 hours? Is it their mental body? Yeah. King of Wands. I think it's more so about like what you're going to do about things, how you're going to go about things, how you're viewing things, how you're looking at things, how you're going to overcome some sort of challenges or something like that. Okay. So like, okay, first and foremost, don't freak out. Next 48 hours, like I really feel like you're just in your own head. Like you're stubbing yourself in the toe. Figuratively. Okay, figuratively. Because there's someone like they're telling you right now that you're someone that you can see the bigger picture. You can find a route around an obstacle. You can, like, if you're really interested in something, if you're really passionate in something, you're going to figure out a way, right, in order to actualize something. So just make sure that your mind, your thoughts are not distorting your goals in the next 48 hours. Because I'm seeing this thing here. Okay, the King of Swords is in the reverse. There's something here about sometimes we don't need to say anything. Sometimes silence has power. Okay. There's something about you have this quiet power within you. And oftentimes you call it weakness. This is not your weakness. When you shut down, when you stop speaking, when you decide to pull back your energy and no longer talk to someone, that is your power. Okay. But I feel like someone else is trying to manipulate or control you and play mind. Maybe you're used to people playing mind games with you, or like you're used to like people that are abusive in power. Okay. Your energy body is attracted. Okay. It's pulling in, it's attracting in the next 48 hours some sort of like disruptions to your plans. So pay attention to procrastination, pay attention to any types of obstacles or any obstacles in which you would then blow out of proportion and feel like it's a huge obstacle when it's really like I'm seeing like it's a huge mountain and I can't get by. And in reality, it's just like a rock that's like this big. You get what I'm saying? It's like it's not that big, but for some reason you have to take care of your mental in the next 48 hours because it's like it's going against the grain here for some reason. Okay. Hold on. So there's some sort of turbulence. And this is happening in your mind. So this is mental energy, okay? This is your mind. Anything else? Oh wow, that's a lot. Yeah. What the heck is going on up there? What's going on in your third eye and crown chakra? We have the 10 of Wands, you're stressed out. The 3 of Swords and no, that's not Swords. That's 3 of Wands. Why do you feel some sort of grief or hurt in regards to these obstacles? Or maybe you don't have enough time to plan this, and or maybe you're stuck in the past in your mind and you keep returning back to things that didn't work out. Oh my goodness. All right, 10 of Swords and the nope, that's the 6 of Swords. Why did I feel the 10 of Swords there with the 6 of Swords? It's hard for you to change your mind about things. You're very stubborn. You're hard-headed. Yeah, I'm seeing that. Well, coming off a little defensive. You may be facing some sort of challenges here. You may be like, there may be something here that you may be in competition. Like you may need to like hurry up and figure something out before somebody else does, or you may need to hurry up and do something before someone does it before you. Okay. Some of you guys are defensive in regards to defending yourself. And again, a lot of this comes from, emotional and mental healing that needs to be done. All right. There's some sort of thing that's not necessarily satisfying you in the next 48 hours. And it shows. Okay. So focusing on happy thoughts is very significant, especially because I'm just seeing like something in regards to delayed plans. So you need to hold your own mentally, spiritually, and emotionally in the next 48 hours. You need to hold your own. Try not to stress out too much, love. All right. Anything else? Give me some more on this energy reading. Next 48 hours. What do they need to know? Okay. Yeah. They're warning you about burnout. Okay, I'm seeing this. Okay, you're someone, you want to sit there like what is that saying? You want to work yourself to the bone. You want to work yourself to the bone, or to like until you are energetically deprived. You lack sleep, or you lack food in your system. You lack something. You get what I'm saying? You lack some sort of energy or momentum. So, and then it causes a lot for you mentally. I feel like something is more mentally draining than physically. Okay. And just thinking about it. So they're talking about your productivity in the next 48 hours. Make sure that you're doing things that is going to assist you, motivate you, empower you, and not things that are going to be self-destructive. You need a break. You need some sort of balance. So that means that this is like your little reality check in the next 48 hours, okay? When things start going haywire up there in that crown chakra and you start freaking the fuck out, and for some reason your third eye is a little foggy and you can't get the spiritual downloads and you're in panic mode, right? Take a break. Take a break, okay? So that could be like a third eye or crown chakra that needs to be balanced because there's too much drama or too much stuff. There's some sort of turbulence here. Okay, you have elemental spirits trying to help you in the next 48. You have an elemental helper. So pay attention to what's going on outside. All right, even if you're at home, pay attention to like if you hear any crows calling, if you see any birds, or if you see any sightings of other creatures or animals or something like that, because there's something here in regards to nature trying to support you. okay? Yeah, the truth is that you need to like reestablish personal values for your mental health. Some of you guys being out in nature is going to help more of that energy to be cleared. Yeah, we have step into your power in the next 48 hours, owning your spiritual and personal energy, and reclaiming your authority, because that's what's happening. It's creating some sort of turbulence, and it's almost like your power is being drained. And so that would be the solar plexus, okay? That's where your vitality is. So there's some issues there in the next 48 hours with your solar plexus, your third eye, and perhaps your crown chakra. And then we have journaling here. That's interesting because I did talk to you guys about that recently. I definitely did talk to you guys about, journaling and writing down your spiritual messages. I talked to you guys about, transcribing your messages and things of that nature. For those of you that pull cards for yourself, like you do some form of divination for yourself on a personal note, you need to start writing down those messages. And then for those of you that do that, but also you may like book a personal message, and you also may like watch some YouTube videos and stuff like that, it's time to start writing down those messages the day that you got those messages. So you need to write down the type of the topic. There we go. The topic of the particular reading or whatever, if there is one. The day in which that you received the message, whether you purchased it, you watched it on wherever you watched it, whoever told you, whatever. What the message was that stuck with you. Okay, you don't have to really literally transcribe everything, but literally just write the things that really stuck with you and stayed with you and things of that nature. For those of you that like to rewatch and you are thorough, okay, these are my OGs that I'm speaking about. You actually already have done this a few times, right? It may be time to, get a new notebook or find your old one, start working on it again. And have all of these things together. So that way, okay, this is what I pulled for myself. This is what this person pulled for me. This is what this paid reading said, and kind of looking at your timeline, for lack of a better word, on how things are kind of flowing, because there could be something that's being like something's falling through the cracks or something. So you want to make sure that you're getting the message clearly. All right. And there also may be something I'm hearing, like there may also be like a disclaimer on like you discovering who pulls on your energy more or less when it comes to giving you these spiritual transmissions. Okay. So I'm seeing some sort of deep healing and reflection is needed. All right. And so as you're writing it down, you're going to start understanding more. Some of you guys, you may need to invest in what is called a burn book. It's specifically just a journal that you can write in and tear pieces of paper out after you finish writing whatever and burning it. Burning it helps you to release whatever that is, right? So whether it be a letter, whether it be, I don't know, a name, whether it be a drawing or whatever that may be for you guys, it is specifically to release it, okay? Anything else here? Some of you guys, it may help you to, let's say, maybe journal about the sighting. Every time I saw a crow, every time I saw an eagle, every time I saw, I don't know, a butterfly, this was a day, and this is what I was thinking about, and this is what I was asking, and then this came up, or this billboard said this thing, or this person walked into the store and they have that shirt, and the shirt said, whatever that may be, or like I turned on the radio and I was thinking about this person, and then boom, that song came on, whatever that may be. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what it is for you guys, because it could be a number of different things for you guys, curlies. Okay. Anything else for their energy? Okay, thank you. Oh, here's another reality check. Oh man. You may be feeling irritated in the next 48 hours, defensive. Again, this is the second time defensiveness comes up, okay? Or easily triggered, and the trigger is coming mentally. It's a mental trigger. So it's your thoughts field, and your thought field literally falls right in your third eye in your crown center. So it's like when you're talking to somebody and you're understanding the conversation, right? And then let's say your shadow self wants to go ahead and put something negative in your ear. Like it could be something like that, or it could just be like you overworking yourself in regards to something that you don't need to, because again, there's this irritated nature that's coming out, okay? And it may just be that you may need a break from thinking. It's just too much, you're being overwhelmed, or you just may need a break from being around someone or something, okay? There's hidden support here for you guys, and I talked about your nature supporters. So there's actually elemental spirits that you're not familiar with, or more so that you may not recognize as your elemental spirits, okay? So for example, some of you guys, of course, you're a crowley, so you identify with a crow or a raven, okay? A crow or a raven, you either at some point in time be like, oh my god, they're so cute, I like them, or they're so intelligent, and I really vibe with them, or I really understand them, or I personalize with them, right? But others of you, there could be other elemental spirits that are actually aligned with you, okay, besides the crow or besides the raven. And to you, it's hidden support. So they're unseen, they're hidden helpers, and they might come around like in the workplace, okay? Because I'm seeing something about work allies too, and that did come out last time. Something about work allies, and I believe that was like 2 or 3 readings ago. Okay. Anything else here? I think that's too much. Thank you. See, they're talking about you losing yourself in the chaos. Stay in your power. This has something to do with the boundaries that you have established and you people pleasing, okay? For some of you guys, this people pleasing can look like you searching for approval for someone else. So you're waiting for someone else to give you permission, or you would put someone else's insight in front of yours, even though you already made up your mind about something, but you still ask somebody else about it, right? So they're saying, take your power back. Don't give your power away like that. If you've already made your mind about something, there's no reason for you to, look up a second opinion, is what I'm seeing here, because you need to reestablish some sort of boundaries with someone that you may give permission for them to give you permission in regards to whatever you are thinking about, planning, or something like that, okay? We're talking about you acting with intention in the next 48 hours. And acting with intention means that you have to be in spiritual alignment with yourself, okay? So meaning, does this feel good? Is this good for me? And if both answers are yes, then go ahead. If something feels good, but it's not for you, that's when the devil card comes out. That's when there could be codependency, there could be self-destruction, there could be self-sabotage, okay? Whatever that is. But from what I'm seeing here, act with intention. Every choice that you make matters. Move with purpose. For some of you guys, again, in spiritual alignment would be the mental body. If you want your life to produce a certain type of narrative, then that means that you have to mentally be prepared for that narrative to follow through. If you guys are trying to, let's say you want a career that is going to pay you over $3,000, you know, in multiple different incomes. Okay. Well, then that means that you in your mind have to be prepared to manage that finance, or you have to be prepared in your mind to be willing to receive it and not keep asking, hey, can I have this? Or am I allowed to have this? Am I allowed to have this type of opportunity? Am I allowed to live like this? Right? No, you have to give yourself permission. Yes, you are. You are allowed to be abundant. You are allowed to laugh. You're allowed to be happy. You are allowed to be fruitful. You're allowed for your money to multiply. Okay. You need to say these particular things. I don't know exactly what it is that's keeping you down in the next 48 hours, or what kind of disrupts your mind energetically. But these are things that are going to help you. Again, with the affirmations that might help you, the mantras. Some of you guys, again, visualization techniques and things of that nature. Maybe even, again, with those meridian tapping. I forgot what else it's called. For some reason, I can't. You know, like the taps that you do. I familiarize myself with them as meridian tapping, but I know that it's called something else. So that way you can like rewire your nervous system and stuff like that. Okay. As long as you're in spiritual alignment with the best outcome, then you're moving with purpose. Anything else here? Yeah, we have angelic energy, and I told you guys about you guys being heavenly protected. Okay, so that is going to go on for a while now. Okay, so I talked about that 2 days ago. It's coming up again in the next 2 days. So this entire week, I would just say, is a good time for you to be heavenly protected. Okay, because they're shielding you from harm at this time. When it comes to energy work in the next 48 hours, it will be great to practice powerful healing modalities. And those powerful healing modalities will look completely different for a lot of you guys. Some of them will be, again, practicing to balance your energy. All right. When you're feeling burnt out, you know how to pull back and kind of rest and choose yourself to restore yourself, restore your energy, right? So that way you can get back on it. Some of you guys are working with empowering yourself, empowering your energy, or calling back your power. Others of you could be working with particular rituals, spiritual practices, all right? Or again, healing modalities can also look like Reiki, prayer, and things of that nature, okay? So anything else that they need to know? That Five of Cups. You're definitely not feeling the best about something. Trying to find your peace. Just trying to move on from things. And there could be some things you could, I'm hearing transition. So the next 2 days, transition can look like, you know, you go from doing this one task to doing another, right? Going from whatever you were doing on the weekend to preparing for whatever you're going to do during the week. Whatever you had already set goals on, you've already finished those tasks. You know, check that off the list. Now you're going to do whatever else, you know. Some of you guys, this could be finally releasing some sort of baggage, okay, that was living rent-free in your head. I'm also seeing some sort of signs of like, it may be bittersweet in regards to a particular situation or relationship connection, but something is moving into calmer waters, so it's not as crazy. So in reality, the craziness is really just sitting in your head. So make sure that when you are releasing those things and shifting gears, you're also clearing your mind and you're not letting that linger. You just need to choose to see the best in situations in order to find your peace. All right. Some of you guys, you could have been facing some sort of personal setbacks. Okay. And that could have, you know, held you back a little bit, made you upset. All right. Some of you guys could have, you're still healing from some sort of abandonment wound. Some of you guys, now when I say this, I'm going to say this in two different ways. Some of you guys are the products of broken homes or the products of divorced parents or separated parents, and you're still healing from that emotionally, and that's bleeding into your day-to-day life in your connections, whether it be romantic or friendships. And so you still need to heal that. You could be holding on to the mentality of either one of your parents that have pushed onto you in regards to their own wounds, and you need to release that. I'm also seeing a lot of this energy in regards to, how do I say that? Give me one more confirmation on that. Two of Pentacles, yeah. You're trying to figure out the best way to move towards your priorities. You're getting out of your comfort zone into difficult situations, okay? And that difficult situations doesn't mean like crazy situations. It just means like a little tight, a little uncomfortable, things that you may have never did before, uncharted territory. So I've never been here, I've never done this. I don't know how to do this. No one taught me how to do this. Things of that nature, right? So next 48 hours, that could look like anything, right? So I'm not going to get too into detail in regards to that, but it looks like mind, resources, money, time, energy, and things of that nature. And like maybe emotionally, you might not be all the way prepared for that. Again, because of those other energies that are impacting you. So you may be juggling a lot in the next 48 hours, seeing you making a lot of decisions, okay? In the end of the next 48 hours, even though you're kind of defensive and things of that nature, you're doing new things, you're starting new things, accomplishing new things, okay? You're blindly, taking a leap of faith. You're being decisive, all right? You're not trying to be mean, but you are very clear in regards to your boundaries in the next 48 hours, and I feel like that's going to satisfy you a lot, okay? That will satisfy you. So let's get to the love cards to see what's going on here for you. And then that's 48, like who you're dealing with. All right, next 48 hours. Who are they dealing with in regards to love matters? Who are they dealing with in regards to love matters? All right, did you know that this particular person is a companion soulmate, okay, aka soulmate friend, all right? So not all soulmates come in romantic connections. That's the first thing that came out. Like, it's like FYI, you may be dealing with a friend. And it's funny because I just said that in the last reading. I said like you may have like a soulmate, soul family, soul friend, something like that, right? We have moving on. I like that. Because we talked about the emotional baggage and things of that nature, and we have moving on in your energy. So you're actually going through a really good transition. It's a good transition emotionally. Because it's really hard to move on from things. And it's really hard to let go of things. It's really easy to say it, but it's really hard to, experience it. Okay, we have toxic karmic. Ooh, that's what you're moving on from? Yes! I'm so proud of you. Yes, you're moving on from a toxic karmic situation. I was going to say connection, but I heard situation. So I'm wondering if it was like a situationship or something. Okay. So they're saying that you may have some sort of past life karma. That's where the hidden support is coming in. The hidden helpers are actually helping you clear that past life karma with that toxic karmic person situation, whatever. That connection could have been destructive, okay? But it could have also been necessary. And I know you guys hate when I say things like that, or people say that, like, it's like, yeah, but it was not the best. It was not the healthiest. And I completely understand that. But sometimes we have to learn the hard way, right? Not all of our lessons are going to be easy. We're not going to always pass our tests. So that being said, it was necessary for you to work through whatever this is with this karmic situationship or whatever. And it's finally being cleared out in the next 48 hours in regards to your karmic debt. So that's good. All right. And in this context, I'm not talking about debt meaning financial. I mean debt in regards to the cycle and the pattern. The debt being debted to finally karmically close a chapter with that particular individual or that particular experience. That is what I mean when I say karmic debt, okay? at least in this context, in this situation for your specific reading today. Okay. We have an unrequited relationship. That's what you're moving on from. Okay. We have messenger here. Some of you guys are going to be texting. This can come out as WhatsApp. This can come out as Messenger on Facebook. This can be DMs or just you texting. Okay. And then we have affirmations again that came out. The universe is responding to all of the affirmations. And when I told you there's something going on with your thought, what did they say? It was your thought field, your energetic body thought field. Okay. And they talked about affirmation healing. So for those of you that are doing affirmation work, it's helping for your mental body. It's helping for your third eye and your crown center. Okay. Anything else? Next 48. Let's talk more about this unrequited situation, right? So we were talking about friends and stuff like that, right? So you're moving on from your please, unrequited, half-ass, wannabe friends, okay? People that are selfish, they won't empathize, they are emotionalists, okay? That's what you're moving on from, and that's pretty freaking dope because, you know, look at that. We have progress from gaslighting. Oh, that's really good. That's rich. What's that? You're just insecure. You're jealous. Trigger warning. Intentions to keep you in the dark and insecure about a situation or something. And the reasoning is because they're hiding something or not being honest with you. The truth comes out. The truth comes out. Oh man. See, I know when I need to do like social media detox and I'll be gone from you for you guys for like a while. I know I'm about to get into some heavy messages. It always happens. It always I look, gaslighting. It always happens. Lacking love came out. Wow. So that means someone's heart chakra. So that means that you dealt with friends that their heart chakras were closed, while yours were like it was busted wide open, right? So like, and you're someone that loves to pour into people. You love to love, but unfortunately, you freaking started loving gaslighters. I don't know what happened there. Okay, let's see. Hey, I've been through it. You know. It's the only reason I can read the energy here. All right. The universe is responding to how you think. Wow, it's confirmation after confirmation. This is why I love using multiple decks. All right. And of course, I love using my decks because I know how to do my energy very well. All right. So the affirmations and the way you're thinking is you move on. Move on. Okay. Move on from negative thinking and move towards affirmations. Move towards empowering your thoughts. Move towards empowering your plans. Okay. You know how people say, like, speak life into your goals, speak life onto yourself. Like, that's exactly what you should do. Speak life into a healthy, balanced friendship connection. Okay. I cannot make this up. You guys remember that reading? I don't know if I did it over here at the Crowley's channel or if I did it over at my OG channel, Mika Star Psychic 444. But this particular card, the PTSD friend, best friendship, trauma bond, trauma experience, or whatever, this came up again. Okay. So y'all might need to go rewatch that. Okay. I'll see if I can find it and share it on here on the community post, on the community tab. Okay. Kindred spirit. So the karmic situation thing, the karmic situationship, they were a kindred spirit. That's why they felt familiar. This is a soul who just gets you. They experience similar life experiences as you. And so you felt comfortable with them. You felt comfortable communicating with them, like talking back and forth with them. But that person was destructive towards you. Okay. And it was necessary so that way you can realize that everything that feels familiar doesn't mean that it's safe. Okay. And I feel like that one like really hit for somebody. All right, anything else? Maybe three more. A short-term relationship. Okay. That's falling under unrequited friends. So this is like you can't even keep friends for that long because what the heck, you know? and it's interesting because these pink cards, I actually made them to identify like love connections and relationships and stuff like that. And there could have been just friendships that could have felt like, oh, I thought this was like, I thought you were like into me. I thought that like, I guess I read that wrong. Like I thought that this was going to lead somewhere else. Like I thought that like, I guess this is wrong. Right. And so it's like, maybe like they wanted to be friends with you and you wanted to be something else with them or something like that. Okay. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing here in regards to that. That's why I ended up in short-term relationships, because either way, whether you felt that way or whether they felt that way, it was still one-sided with the unrequited. You get what I'm saying? So either way, you may have been giving more or wanting more out of the relationship, friendship, or just connection in general. Okay. Anything else in regards to the love messages? Here's the shadow type, the egotistical monster. This is who you're moving on from. The person that's a scaredy cat. They have a primal fear of not being good enough. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I didn't do it as good as this person. They always like they have this like inner critic or something like that. They feel like they don't exist in society, like they're either an outcast or they're not acknowledged in like a shadow or something like that, right? Like being a nobody or nameless. These are the things that they're afraid of. Okay. So this is like somebody that will always want to be the center of attention. They will always want to have the mic, you know, to be talking about something, to be seen for something. And their characteristics, definitely, of course, narcissism that came up. They're very self-indulgent. They may have excessive pride, excuse me. Again, with the egocentric type of energy. And of course, you're moving on. Why? Because they're inconsiderate. They're not really like someone that thinks of you the way you think of them, you know? And then we have a psychic medium. Some of you guys could be speaking to someone in the next 48 hours, maybe perhaps getting a reading, or maybe you're talking back and forth with someone that is highly intuitive. We have psychic medium here, the communication point between a deceased person, animal, and a living person. So again, I told you guys that you guys have hidden allies, elementals. Okay, so you guys could be receiving messages from a spirit animal in the next 2 days. All right. And that spirit animal is actually carrying the energy of a deceased person from your family lineage. Okay. For some of you guys, this could be a psychic medium, a reader, basically delivering this message to you. Okay, saying, hey, this particular passed away loved one wants to say this to you, and they may reference a specific animal that is your spirit animal. That's one of your hidden animal totems, animal guides, whatever you want to call them. Okay. Just want to get two more and then we'll move into the money messages. I can't leave you sitting here without the money messages. All right. Okay, you're stepping into your divine masculine energy. Okay, for those that are dealing with a divine masculine. So let me do the two-part message. The first message is we have feminine energy and masculine energy. Okay. Feminine energy is a little bit more receptive. It's like, I don't have to do too much. It's already going to be done, right? I just have to be here and just exist. Masculine energy is about planning and doing and taking action and getting all the resources and telling people what to do in order for it to play out the way you want it to. So you could be stepping into your masculine energy protection in the next 2 days. And this is why, because in your mind, you are feeling triggered. Okay. And that's pretty much why I was picking up that energy of like you feeling defensive in nature. Okay. And so that's why you're getting into your masculine energy. That's perfectly fine. For those of you that this might not be you, but you're romantically involved with someone, your person, your divine masculine, is stepping into their masculine energy for their own protection, meaning they feel that they need to protect their energy for whatever reason. Because it's falling on top of moving on, an unrequited relationship, and something in regards to friends and stuff like that, right? So this is like, if there is a masculine energy that you're speaking to, whether or not you're in a relationship with them or you're just talking to them to see like where it's going to go, they're reserving their energy because they feel that you might not be interested in them, that you may be friend zoning them. And if it's not that, then the roles are flipped. Okay. And so that's what that moving on energy is. So if you feel that energy and it's within yourself, then I'm speaking to you and about you. And if it's not that way, then most likely it's the other way around. Okay. And one more. One more. Yeah, some of you guys are looking for some signs, some twin flame signs. Okay. You have the same values in life. You have the same values in life, okay? So if you feel like something is misaligned with you, all right, then most likely that's not your person. That's not your person, all right? Most likely if it's misaligned with you, I'm speaking about that toxic karmic situationship, okay? Let's get into your money messages. Actually, I'm gonna do this. Next 48 hours, the money messages. So in regards to finances, I feel like somebody's going to help you out in a situation. All right. Maybe you need to strategize or something like that. And somebody helps you out. You may be in a bind. All right. This person has a caring attitude. Finances could be very forgiving in the next 48 hours. All right. Income bracket is increasing in the next 48 hours. Increase, come up. Your finances could go up. So this is like your checking account. The money in your account financially goes up. All right. That doesn't necessarily mean the income bracket. It could just be like your checking account or your savings account or something like that goes up. Or you receive some sort of payment in the next 2 days. Okay. Could be like a nice little lump sum. All right. Nice little bag. All right. You could be finding something. So I talked about you delegating, someone helping you out financially in the next 2 days. All right. And helping you out can look like anywhere between like helping you get some resources, helping you find something, or hooking you up with something financially. All right. It could be a deal. It could be resources. It could be with that income bracket, it could be like another job. Okay. But something is easier. Something gets easier for you financially in regards to accomplishing and reaching your goals faster, okay? When it comes to your finances. What's going on here? Next 2 days. Yeah, I don't see you stressing financially anyway. Not the next 2 days. Now, some of you guys could be tired, but I don't see you stressing financially. And I said something, okay, so financially, if there was a situation with somebody, and when we talk about finances, it could be a number of things. Anyone that you could be financially connected to or associated with financially, okay? And there could have been like bad blood or a soured connection or a soured relationship, or just things weren't like really meshing well, okay? I'm seeing that particular soured relationship, bitter relationship sweetening up and things getting better for you guys. I also see in the next 48 hours in regards to money, you're going to be able to get everything that you want, okay? So that means like if you want something, you'll be able to get it. When it comes to money, that means that's good news to me, you know? So you guys could be living with a person, okay? Doesn't have to be all of you, but I do see that. All right. So you guys are being pursued by someone in the work environment, or someone in the work environment wants to pursue you romantically. Pay attention to your energy shifting in the next 48 hours. You're going to be like more motivated or driven to do something, to get something done, get something accomplished. And because I saw you delegating things of that nature, like things are going to happen quicker and easier, actually. And I also see like a shift in regards to you going from feeling limited, restricted, bound, stuck, into you being confident financially. But in regards to money, someone can be always knowing what's going on, and that's a problem, okay? You might have some really good ideas in regards to your finances as well in the next 48 hours. You have constant money flow. For those of you that sell things, okay, I'm seeing something being packaged up and sold. If you can get reviews for anything that you either, whether it's a service or a product, I'm seeing good reviews or someone recommending you for something that you do in regards to work. So maybe your career, your job title, your services, your products, okay? And for those of you, whatever is your bestseller that people come to you and purchase, expect someone to purchase that in the next 48 hours, whatever that be, whether it be a service or a product, all right? Something's being replaced in the next 48 in regards to your finances, financial income, financial situation, all right? And it's going to shift up higher in frequency. So this is actually going to be really good for you. So expect energetic and emotional healing financially. Connect to collect. We have a social event that could take place in the next 48 hours. It is best for you to mingle intentionally, right? These choices that I talked to you about, intentional choices, move in alignment. The next conversation that you're going to have in the next 48 hours could be your next paycheck, okay? Just to let you know. And what is that clarifying? Yeah, maybe I said someone wants to know, they're watching you, they want to know what's your your next project. What's your next project? What's your next appointment? What's the next time that you're going to be at this event, or are you going to host this, or there's something there, okay? And there's a paycheck waiting for you, Bill. Because there's some sort of amazing idea that's going to take place in the next 48 hours. You should definitely follow through with that, okay? What is that? Yeah, products, not lying. Products, items, merchandise, okay? And for some of you, it could be, like I said, you could be getting everything that you want. So in the next 48 hours, you could be purchasing these things. You could be purchasing these products or items that, let's say, has 5-star reviews, or that was recommended to you, or that could be a bestseller, okay? Real estate. You know, I did talk about someone moving, okay? So real estate could be significant. Sometimes that could be like maybe the worth or the value of the property itself. So it could be like a high-end property. What's going on here? What's 48? Thank you. Wow, that is amazing. Money multiplies times 10. Profit. And that talks about connect to collect. That's beautiful. Access granted. Yes. You earned your entry. So next 48 hours, you could be invited to something. This could be a work event. This could be someone from work recommending an event to you. Oh, you should go to this place. You should go here. You should connect with this person. All right. So there's a pitch that needs to plant seeds. You need to use this chance to plant seeds. So I talked about like your elevator speech, right? Hey, this is what I do. This is the people I service. This is where you can find me. If you're interested, this is how much it costs. And, you know, these are my recommendations, right? Whatever that is. Because I feel like that's going to help you. Some of you guys, there could be a little bit of delay in regards to sponsorships and stuff like that, in regards to like YouTube and different social media platforms. But I am seeing, okay, we have angel number 1212. Be careful with subscription leaks at this time. So I always tell you guys, lock your cards. Lock your cards. And only unlock them when you know that you're going to purchase something, okay? Because sometimes we could forget that we have a subscription for a certain day. And whenever we did get the subscription, maybe we did know that we could possibly get the subscription at that time, but things change, right? We change our minds, right? So make sure that, you know, even if you still want that particular subscription, that it actually is benefiting you financially, okay? Because there's too many outpays or overspending, auto pay transactions that could be taking place financially for you guys, and you may need to kind of revisit that. And I talked about budgeting, making sure that you start a new budget, and kind of like write down everything that is going out and where it's going out to and how much it is, so that way you can start, you know, crossing out the things that you really don't need. Even if it is like for a month or two, you know. So in the next 48 hours, you may need to cancel a subscription. And that's completely up to you. That's just what they're saying. Some of you guys could benefit from a cord cutting ritual as well in the next 48 hours that can help you, excuse me, break ties with financial plans, financial obligations, financial restrictions or limitations that can be hindering you from aligning yourself with your true narrative, with your true mission, with your true, authentic, aligned career, or job title. Okay. Yeah, that's what I got for you guys in regards to finances. And your last messages are going to be your ancestor messages, of course. Okay. And then we'll wrap it up. Tell me. The first thing that came out was synchronicities. Don't ignore the synchronicities and confirmations in the next 48 hours because they will be sending it to you. All right, what's going on here? Ancestor messages. Let's wrap it up with the ancestors. What's up? Say the devil's at play. Playing with your mind, with fears, mental fears. Clear them out with affirmations. You know, the best way to figure out whether or not like it's fear or it's your shadow, interrogate yourself. Interrogate. It's your higher self when you're responding back. Like when it feels naturally, like responds back as soon as you say something and immediately responds back. That's your higher self. That's your spiritual team. Okay. If it feels like it's trying to dominate you, or if it feels like it's trying to negate you, compete with you, or beat you into submission, that is your shadow. That is fear. That is what we call the devil at play. Okay. So your intuition knows best. Don't let that shit guide you astray. You're strong, boo. Call back your power. You know, if your shadow's sitting there taunting you, if you know your self-doubts, your trauma sitting there triggering you and stuff like that, and you're starting to panic in the next 48 hours, just sit there and be like, you have no proof that that's going to happen. Prove to me that will. And then immediately you're going to start kind of like pushing that energy away, right? Some people, it will be easier to be like, oh, just shut up. And then, you ignore it and you move it. Some people, you may need to redirect the thoughts. You may need to actually shift it. So like, if you feel like, oh man, this is not going to work out for me. I'm so nervous, right? And then you shift it to, of course it's going to work out with me, And even if it doesn't, I'm still going to do my best and I'm still going to get the best results, right? So you have to slowly shift the narrative so that way you won't feel stuck, limited, or restricted any longer, okay? So don't be guided astray by your deep-seated fears. In the next 48 hours, clear that energy, okay? I did say that, okay? So somebody may need a in-depth money and career reading, okay? And if it's not that, it could be like your life purpose or your soul mission. Or maybe this is like the career that you're destined for. Yeah, something like that. That might benefit you if you guys are interested in that. You can find me at spiritualsboutique.com. All right, anything else? Heavy drinker. And I spoke to you guys about a toxic karmic situationship. And I spoke to you guys about an unrequited friendship dynamic. Okay. Someone could be a heavy drinker, or someone could be trying to coerce you or manipulate you or change your mind into drinking, and you changed your mind already about not doing that. Okay. So make sure that you're staying in alignment with what's going to benefit you, and it's not going to be detrimental to you energetically, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually. Okay. We have third-party old romantic partners here that your ancestors are trying to warn you about. Again, this is not something that they have just said today. Okay. They've been saying this for a while, with the synchronicities are being ignored by you in regards to these third-party dynamics, in regards to these outside forces, energies, people, connections, all right, that have to do with old romantic partners that have been, affecting you. Okay. They've had some sort of effect on you. Okay. They spoke about trusting your gut, trusting your intuition. Do not take advice from these third party connections. All right. Your ancestors are warning you not to trust them. So if you guys can remember, if you guys tapped into the last few next 48 hour readings, I talked about a trauma leech. The truth coming out, being exposed about a trauma leech. Okay. And I talked about how, again, synchronicities were being ignored. Your ancestors, could have said, you need to stay away from those people. You need to stop hanging out with those people. You need to stop drinking or partying with those people, or whatever it is that they said to you. Okay. I'm not joking. Time to move to a new environment. If it clears, there we go. To a new environment. So you are being moved to a new environment. They closed the book on you. Wow. I was going to pull some more, and they were like, no. We said what the fuck we said. Can we get some insight on the heavy drinker? I don't even want to do that. Let's do this one. Expose the heavy drinker, please. Clarify the heavy drinker. Let me tell you this. Have you guys been feeling in the past 2 days nauseated? Nauseated before you eat, nauseated after you eat, nauseated at the thought of eating? So much so that your appetite has been curbed? Heavy drinker. Tap into your energy. Clarify that, heavy drinker. External party. Here goes the situationship. Here goes the third party energies. Karmic partner, friends, family, work, other people, obligation in regards to third party energies. So this is like these people go ahead and start drinking and they're talking about you. They start drinking and they pulling on your energy, invoking your energy. How do you invoke someone's energy? Saying their name, thinking about them, talking about them, bringing them up, bringing up. Look, when we have temptation here, self-deception. Are you lying to yourself right now? You know exactly who these people are, or who this person is that's connected to these other people. Old romantic partners. Could be connected to this old romantic karmic partners. I talked about this is what you're moving on from. And so your ancestors are saying, don't go back. Once you're moving on in the next 2 days, all right? You could be a little triggered. Silence is your power. See, that's the thing. They're trying to manipulate you to get you to speak again. This could be like a defamation of character thing. This could be just talking crap about you, or just like trying to egg you on type thing, right? Like make you react. Clarify the heavy drinker. All right, we have family. Double confirmation with the family, all right? I'm also seeing like, they talk about like relationships, your relationships, or your relationship to someone's family. Or this could be the family of the old romantic partner situationship, whatever thing there. And they're talking about like, they're comparing you to someone else. You have a karmic completion. A new cycle is going to start in the next 48 hours. It's definitely not with this. Okay? It's not with this. Clarify, trust your gut. Trust your gut. This is the reason why it's time to move on. This is the reason why you're getting placed into a new environment, or you've been being asked last warning, it's time to go, it's time to go, it's time to go. They have been saying this for a while now. Anyone connected to that toxic karmic situationship, that person, or anyone connected to that person, you have to stay the fuck away from. Anyone connected to that person, anyone that may know that person, anyone that may work with that person, anybody that may work with you that may know that person, okay? Something like that. Stay away from that. Clarify, trust your gut. Thank you. We have hold and control. Silence. Trust your gut. Do not share how you feel to these people. They will use those same feelings against you. It's not about being secretive. It's about withholding what's sacred to you. You need to block, emotionally block their manipulation. We have guarded and vulnerable. And I talked to you guys about the triggers, and here it is on the bottom. The triggers, disharmony, okay? And there's something here in regards to like the focus. There we go. Conflict, competition, arguments, harsh communication, South Node energy. This is past life energy and an apology. Okay. So to be honest, what they're saying is just let it go. You don't need an apology from everybody. You sitting there waiting for an apology from someone is constantly blocking your heart chakra. At all costs, you should guard your energy, guard your thoughts and your heart. Okay. Because that's what's holding on to this pattern, and that's the pattern that you're breaking in the next 48 hours. You're breaking that pattern. And I'm going to clear up one more thing, and then I got to get out of here. Oh, look at that. Angel number 111. Hey. Clarify the time to move. What is that new environment? Oh, the Ace of Pentacles came out. Don't you worry about a thing, mamas. Yeah. You're going to have everything's fine. That opportunity is yours. Look at you standing there, sitting there holding that opportunity like, that's mine. They give it to me. Time to move, boo-boo. So you're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to be so satisfied. You're going to want to protect it. It's going to be new. Yes, be strict with these boundaries because you do not want to experience this pain any longer, okay? So there's a reason why you're separating from certain people, because they cause confusion. They're too wishy-washy. You know what I'm saying? And that's justice, that they don't have access to this new chapter, this new cycle, these 10 of cups. This is emotional, overjoyed fulfillment. They're not supposed to be here. And that's great, all right? You guys comment down below. Let me know how this resonates. And I will see you guys for the next 48-hour reading in the next 2 days. Peace.